Test, 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 test.
Yes, this is official. I'm. All right. Are you guys super showman showman? So, are you intermediate? We had a correction. We got papers mixed up. Unfortunately, Jake Wecker was he's the he should have been the winner. They mixed up the papers back here. We're really sorry about that. So okay. Do you want me? Call them back up. Can we have the intermediate showman showmanship placers, two people who place come back up to the announcement table. We made a error in our papers and scoring sheets. They got very mixed up. We're so sorry about that, but we have to redo the placings. Please come back up with your awards, intermediate showmanship placers. You want me? Can you everyone hear me? Okay. For intermediate showmanship, the first place was Jake Wecker. Second place was Kayla Dowtree. Third place was Samantha Beam. Fourth place was Kiana Draper. And fifth place was Jesse Rice. Again, we are so sorry for the inconvenience and that we uh, placed everyone wrong. If you could please come back up with your awards. Thank you. Oh, she was probably first. Thank you. You're Jake. You still get a plaque, I think, reserved for you. Unfortunately, I don't. I don't know the rules for poultry. Let me ask real quick. Thank you. You can. Sorry, sir. Sir, do you want the necklaces back, or can they just keep them? Here, do you just want to hand those out to whoever's specific? I don't know who that. I think her name is Jessie Rice. So it's first and second? Is it reserve and grand are the first showman and showman? Just first place. Last year's grand. Oh, last year's showman and showman. I don't think that you're allowed to do showman and showman. We're so sorry. Yeah, I think it's Jesse Rice. Let me look real quick. Fifth place is Jesse Rice, correct? Yeah, Jesse Rice. Yes. Can we have Jesse Rice come to the announcement table? Here, can you give me the placings? Here are your placings. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so
Do you want me to hold that for you while you do showman?
yeah, sure. I need you to announce something because there's confusion over here. Standard, pullets, and bantam only should be out there.
Okay, standard pullets and bantam pullets are the only chickens that should be out right now. 1 chicken per cage, please.
Noah. Off you go with the judge. Over the Phantom. Are these the standard pullets? Full size pullets. Okay. Full size large standard breed. Do we have another recorder or no?
We should. I don't have my phone with me.
Are you working? I'm working. Okay. There we go. That's what I need. Okay. So you're gonna go through the lure.
Okay, folks, can you hear me? On this side, there should be full-size pullets. Pullets. If you have hens, they should not be here. These are birds under a year old. Hold on. Over on this side, we have our pullet bantams. Not hens, pullets. If you are unsure of what you have, come talk to us. Whose bird is this white Polish? Is that a bantam? Jonah Van Gundy? Oh, Stone Roads. Yep, that's what he's got. There we go.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're hired. Let's see what we can do here. Sun is bright today. Yeah, none of it's helping at this point.
Okay, we have our winner for the Showman of Showman. We used a series of questions. The first thing we did was we asked her name 3 head parts, then 3 wing parts, 3 parts of the foot, asked how they put the bird in and out of the cage. We asked 3 terminology parts for poultry. We asked what a straight run bird was. We asked what the incubation period was. The animal you was holding currently, we asked what breed that was. We asked you to show where the preen gland was. And the final question, does your chicken have a dew claw? There was a possible 20 points. Our winner today got 20 points, and this is our winner right here. And she had a very good chicken joke before she liked to tell you. So she's going to tell you official chicken joke.
Okay, what did one rooster say to the other when he dressed up like a female? He said you could totally pull it off. Like pullets, yeah. Okay. I didn't know I had to do that. So.
Well, I'm going to give you a better one so you know this is official. When you go to chicken coops, most of them have 2 doors on them, right? Why? Not one to go in, one to go out. If it had 4 doors on it, it would be called a chicken sedan, not a chicken coop. That's why the chicken coops got 2 doors on them. I know. Hey, I didn't make this up. I took it off the internet.
Your Showman of Showman winner was Mallory Perkins.
Okay, so in our band and pull it fancy class, if you're going in a fancy class, I mentioned this in showmanship. I really recommend you get the standard of perfection because it tells you what a silky or what a cochin's supposed to look like, uh, frizzle, that type of thing. And that's what we're trying to judge against is there's a standard for each particular breed, and we're seeing how well that bird represents that particular standard. And a lot of times when Larry and I are judging affairs, we don't necessarily have to be experts on each individual breed because a lot of times we have to judge on the day, and the birds may be in different stages of condition. They may be molting and missing some feathers and so forth. And I can say in this class, I was very pleased. The birds were presented in excellent condition. So I did ended up going more on what's called type and how I feel the birds fit their standards. My winner's going to be this Silky here. I just think she's an exceptional Silky. It's a breed that I had as a child, and that's a very typey Silky. And what I mean by typey is that if this bird was in that other barn and all I could see was the silhouette, I would be able to tell it's a Silky because she has all the right curves in the right places and so forth. Excellent crest on the bird, nice beard muff, and just in excellent condition. Moving on down the line, we got the rose comb. She's the bird that caught my eye from the very beginning, but she, one of the key characteristics of the rose comb is that, nice tail of them. And sometimes she tends to clamp it a little too tight. And so I had to knock her a little bit. Third place is the frizzle there. Just an exceptional frizzle. I had the regular Faverolles when I was your ages. I didn't have any frizzles, but oftentimes at fairs when I see frizzles, I don't see them to the extent of this. The feathers in this bird are exceptional, and she's really good representation of what a frizzle's supposed to look like. And fourth place is the Cochin. Again, I like that Cochin a lot. It's a breed I had several different color varieties. Like to see a little lower body stanchion to her, but she's got that cushion towards the end, and for splash variety, she looks pretty nice. And then in fifth place is going to be that buff Brahma. She's got a few little specks of black in her saddle and on her back. I'd like to see that maybe tidied up a little bit more, but still a nice quality bird, better than average Brahma that I see at fairs. But overall, I thought this was a very nice class, and I appreciate you guys bringing them all to me today. So let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah. All right. Can everyone hear me? Okay. So here are your winners for the fancy bantam class. In fifth place, Jonah Van Gundy. Yes, fifth. Fifth. In fourth place is Cassie Rice. thank, thank you. In third place is Nels Van Gundy. In second place is Brandon Lewis. And your first place winner is Gwendolyn Klinger. Thank you.
The other side's gonna run this one.
Yes.
Yep.
So just, they'll know the next one.
And
So-
just
Say they can take their bird.
Wait, well, you have to have them social distance it. So, Cameron, you're gonna call them up to take the birds.
you want to call?
Okay. Yeah, well, you guys need to get your birds. We'll start with you two. Go get your birds, take them out that way, drop them in their cage. And you're with these, right? Perfect. Go ahead. If you have to make 2 trips, make 2 trips. You're good. Come around, get your birds. Addie, Cassie, the rest of you, come around, get your birds. Yeah, can we back up just a bit so these kids can pile out? If you need to make 2 trips, you can.
We just wanted to say thank you all for attending the 2020 Delaware County Junior Fair Poultry Show. And we'd like to remind you that only immediate family of the participants are allowed to be around the show arena to watch them show. If you do not have a family member showing, please move away from the arena. And please remember to maintain a 6-foot distance between you and others. Also, while you're inside any building, you will need to wear a face covering. Again, thank you for attending and have a safe and enjoyable day at the rest of the fair.
Okay, first of all, just give everybody in this class a nice round of applause. I think we have almost 40 birds in this class. One of the things I was looking for was a complete bird. Also, I know some of the fairs I've judged, you said, why don't you just walk by the cage and judge them? Well, I cannot tell if the bird is molting or not. Fortunately for your fair, we don't quite have that problem. A month ago, I was at several fairs where the birds looked good the week before the fair, 90-some degrees, 4 or 5 days in a row. All the feathers are all over back home. So we are a little better off this week than we were a couple weeks ago. But I pulled out about 10 out of the whole group. I kind of gave them a relative score. And then I came back and looked at the top 5 or 6 as I was looking down through the class there. And obviously, the first thing you look for is see if there's any defects in the class. Did not find any major defects, but from there, I started looking at the head characteristics, the body conformation, look at the feathering. To me, I think general appearance as far as the feathering is important, and that was part of the factor between first, second, and third. So with that, here are the official results, and they'll give you the placings of the top 5, I believe.
Yep, thank you.
Fifth, fourth, third, second.
Thank you. Okay. I did that already. I did. Yes. Okay, and here are your placings for the large standard breeds pullet. What? Sorry. In 5th place, we have Nels Van Gundy. In 4th place, we have Jada Jones. In 3rd place, we have Nels Van Gundy. In 2nd place, we have Jada Jones. And in 1st place, we have Cecilia Hupp. Congratulations. Can we have on the right hand side of the ring fancy bantam hens, please?
And then on the left.
Okay, so these pullets over here, let's space out and start grabbing them. We've got Stone Rhodes, Nels Van Gundy. Come and get your birds if I call your name. Yeah. Andrew Unkefer, Jessica Unkefer, Cecilia Hupp. All right, Jada Jones, come and grab your two birds. What's your name? Come on over. Go around. Jesse and Cassie. Fancy Bantam hens, go ahead and start. Go ahead, come on down. Fancy Bantam hens. If you have to make 2 trips, you can make 2 trips. Yeah, you got one way. It's one way. Okay, who's select? Come on over. If you have a bird over here, go ahead and come on and grab it. That's okay. He can make 2 trips.
Before and after. We've got little here or pumps or yeah. There's lots. Yep.
All of the skills on announcements?
You're going to announce?
Yes.
Okay.
There's only 1 through 5, right?
Yes, it's 1 through 5, but not all of them have
I was gonna say you have
first, second, third here.
yeah,
First,
because
second,
you
third
have
here.
junior, senior, and intermediate.
So we have first through 5th here. What else do we need?
So that is first through fifth. You're gonna have for senior,
Okay.
intermediate. But wait a minute, do we have skill? We don't have a skillathon class, do we? Skillathon. Okay, no. So just Rosette. Yeah.
So this is
Yep.
for
I'm like I didn't think so.
Skillathon.
Is there money
That's gonna
coming with their premiums?
Do you want to do advanced first or you
Are
want
they getting money?
Not here. No.
Let's do the junior first. So you just need first through third, and then we'll do intermediate, and then we'll do advanced.
So we're now going to announce the Skillathon results. For the junior class, third place is Jake Wecker. He might be showing. Second place is Elijah Daw, or Da. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher your name, I promise. Darty? No, just says D-A.
I think it's just duh. No,
It just says D-A.
It's Darty.
It just says D-A.
I don't know who that is.
And in first place is Alexis Dowdery. Is no one coming? Okay, so apparently none of your Skillathon winners are coming up. We're going to do the intermediate class. In the intermediate class for Skillathon results, it's still second. In third place, we have Jonah Van Gundy. Yes, same ribbons. Hello? You guys can come get your ribbons if you would like. Okay. Second place is Hunter Trausch. And first place is Zach Wecker. Yay. Literally no one. Okay. And lastly, for your senior skeleton results, in fifth place is Julian Williams. Fourth place is Cole Wecker. Third place is Ellen Riley. Second place is Allison Riley. And first is Mallory Perkins. Congratulations to all the skeleton winners.
So intermediate only gets first through third.
Okay.
Advanced is first through fifth. So
Zach
Allison,
Jada Jones, this is your last call for Bantam Hen. Last call.
No, I gave mine to Hogan. Somebody go get it.
Can we have the large standard breed hens please come to the left side of the show ring? Large standard breed hens. Large standard breed fancy hens, please, on the left side of the show ring.
Why is the ISO at 2000? I bumped it up a little a second ago. I don't know why it was at 2000. Did they upload this one? I feel like
Please remember to maintain a 6-foot distance between you and others. And while you are inside any building, you will need to wear a face covering. And thank you for attending the fair. Please have a safe rest of the day. Okay. Also, please don't forget that the Good Egg nominations for the Good Egg Award are available at the front table at the over here at the announcing table. If you would like to nominate someone, please come up and do so.
In our Bantam hen class, these are some older birds. They got some age on them. And surprisingly,
What's up, Reese? What's up? What did you just say? That's fine. All right, he said that's fine. Is it on the screen then? This is it. It's streaming right now? Yeah. Don't have the right audio. It's not the right audio?
I'm gonna announce this placing first. Okay. Okay. Here are your placings for the large standard breed hens. In fifth place, we have Riley Blair. In fourth place, we have Amber Perkins. In third place is Mallory Perkins. In second place is Amber Perkins. And your first place winner is Mallory Perkins.
So it could be the audio, the XLR. My guess it's like the connection to the camera or something. Yeah, because it was like you just heard it like a boom.
And that's the wrong side too. We need cockerels. We need bantams still on the right hand side. That's the wrong one.
Sorry. So what is she? Is that what Pam just called?
I hope she did call bantams. I don't know that she called them.
Fancy Bantam one cockerel.
Are they ready? Are they ready for that? You clean that. Okay. On the right side, can we please have the fancy bantam cockerels, please? One in each cage. Thank you.
It's in the camera backpack. I put it away. Yep. It appears to be working all right. The battery is charging now.
Our judge today is Larry Lokai from Urbana, Ohio, where he resides with his wife, Elaine Caldwell Lokai. He is a 1967 and 1973 graduate of The Ohio State University, where he holds a BS and MS degree and retired from a 30-year career in agriculture education in 1996 and a 30-year FFA advisor and a 30-year 4-H advisor. In 2013, he retired for the second time as a 10-year elected official of the Urbana City Council. This year marks the 52nd year as a junior fair judge, where he has served as an official judge at 97 different shows in Ohio, Michigan, California, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. From 1998 to 2001, he served as the coach for the Ohio State University Poultry judging team, with teams placing in the top 3 of the nation twice. Our judge is a 36-year member of the National FFA Poultry Committee, specializing in live bird selection. As a 4-H and FFA coach, 27 of his 4-H and FFA poultry judging teams have won Ohio team titles. The Lokai family has sold 4 times in the Ohio State Fair Sale of Champions Junior Fair at the Ohio Expo Center. He will be the official poultry judge at 21 shows in Ohio this summer and has judged in 84 different Ohio counties. Many of the OSU Buckeye fans have seen our judge dressed as OSU Buckeye Man at Ohio State events for the past 22 years, dressed in scarlet and gray, rooting on the Buckeyes. Go Bucks! Can we please have a round of applause for our judge? Okay. Just a reminder for everyone, to please maintain a 6-foot distance and do not gather in the barns. If you are in the barns, please wear a face covering. We're trying to make sure that our fair stays open, so if you can follow all these guidelines, it would be greatly appreciated. Unless you're taking care of your animals, please don't congregate inside the barns. Thank you. And the left side. Can we please have the large standard breed cockerels come to the left side of the show arena, please? Large standard breed cockerel.
Okay, so in our Bantam cockerel class, we had some conditioning issues in that some birds were missing a lot of feathers. We can go with the Rosecomb as the winner of the class, just because I think he's in the best condition out of everybody. Has the majority of his feathers there. Has a nice tail carriage, and overall, just I think a nice bird. There's a little bit of white that I on one of his tail feathers that I hope molts out in the end. Um, but overall, a nice bird. Moving down the line, I liked actually both Wyandottes a lot. I'd like to see them in a little fuller tail. Looks like they're just getting ready to come in some tail feathers. But I really like oftentimes at fairs, I'll see Wyandottes with really narrow heads. And these guys have the proper combs and the proper width to their skull. Faverolles, again, a nice bird, just missing some tail feathers and wing feathers. The Cochin Frizzle, same thing. And I've already talked about the Wyandotte at the end. But there's potential in this class, and being young birds, they're certainly worth holding on and seeing what happens. But today it was the conditioning that hurt a lot of these birds. So let's give everybody a round of applause.
Okay, we're now going to announce the winners for the Fancy Bantam Cockerel class. In 5th place, we have Finn Van Gundy. In 4th place is Addison Brenner. In 3rd place is Nels Van Gundy. In 2nd place is Finn Van Gundy. And your 1st place is Brandon Lewis. First, Brandon Lewis.
Okay, sorry.
Who's your next class on the right side of the show ring?
Let them clean first before we announce, but it's going to be large, fancy bantam cocks.
Sweet.
Okay,
I will give that.
that's fine. Okay. Yep, we got to clean though. Zach.
I was like, Becker, which one? That's going to be the next one in a little bit, but they got to clean first. Yes. Can we please have the Phantom Bantam Cocks, please, in the right side of the show arena? Fancy Bantam Cocks.
Remember to put shoes on.
Okay, in this class, we had a little smaller group of birds out there, but again, we had one that really liked, particularly the couple of them. We had a close tie, so I went back and looked at them without handling them, what they looked like first appearance. That's what we broke our tie on. So with that, congratulations.
Okay, and here are your winners for the large standard breed cockerels. In fifth place is Brandon Lewis. In fourth place is Taylor Trigg. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. Okay. In third place is Taylor Trigg. Yes. Second place is Mallory Height. And your first place is Finn Van Gundy.
The winners over that.
Can we please have the large standard breed cocks on the left side of the show ring, please?
Large standard breed cocktail.
Large standard breed cocks.
You've been working all day. You might as well have a chicken dinner.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Please don't forget that we are getting closer in time to announcing the Good Egg Awards. If you have any nominations to make, please come make them at the announcement table, so that you can get those admissions in. If not, we're going to announce them soon. So make your admissions now or never.
unbearded, but he has the muff. So I'd like to see a little fuller beard on him, and so that hurt him today. Next is the silver penciled rock. Uh, he's not typical Plymouth Rock body to me, but I took the young man's word for it. It's more of a Wyandotte top type body, but he's still in good feather condition. So he's in that placement due to being in fairly good feather condition. Cochin is in fourth. I like that bird a lot. He's just missing some tail feathers. And in fifth place is the rose comb there. I like the bird a lot. He's in good feather condition. The only thing I question, he's starting to get, the rose combs have those large white earlobes. And I don't remember how much is allowable, but he's starting to get some white up into his face. And so I know it's at some point that's undesirable. And you'd have to look at the standard to see exactly how much they allow. But I took that into consideration for my placement today. And anyway, nice class. So let's give everybody a round of applause.
Oh. Okay. Here are your placings for the fancy bantam cock class. In fifth place is Riley Shaw. In fourth place is Noah Hildebrand. In third place is Nels Van Gundy. In second place is Colton Sparks. And your first place is also Nels Van Gundy.
Okay, in that last class, we had a lot of questions about several of the birds. One of the birds I wanted to put up first place, but look at the main tail, didn't quite have the feathering out there. But again, overall, I thought we had some good birds to start with and a little bit of questions down towards the bottom of the class. So here's our placings.
Okay, here are your placings for the large standard breed cocks. In fifth place is Cole Wecker. In fourth place is Finn Van Gundy. Third place is Jack Van Gundy. Second place is Lexi Manning, and your first place is Riley Blair. Kim, in the right side. Can we please have all of the winners from the bantam classes into the right side of the show ring? That should be Gwen Klinger, Blake Blair, Brandon Lewis, and Nels Van Gundy in the right side of the ring, please. Bantams.
I think that something's wrong with the front. Is this a cover? Okay, well then the lens is like scratched or something. Look at this. Look right here. Look right here. If you spin it, oh yeah, it's like really scratched or something. Yep. Wait, what are you doing?
Do we have anybody from Berlin 4-Hers who would like to present the plaque for the reserve champion fancy bantam? Or is Mary Fleming here? She for to present the plaque for the champion fancy bantam. Anyone who would like to present the plaques?
That's the back focus. So that's what you don't want to ever touch other than calibrating the lens. Then what's this? That's your normal focus. Normal focus and back focus are different.
We're gonna have the large standard.
Production
Large.
bullets, and then
Well, it's
then we'll do
the
production
four
bullets.
people need to come up for.
Okay, so all winners of the large standard classes.
We're gonna do all the overalls for the large standard
left
breed.
side, but they're not ready yet.
Can we have all the winners from the large standard breed classes come up into the left side of the show ring? That should be Riley Blair, Cecilia Hupp, Mallory Perkins, and Finn Van Gundy for the large standard breed winners for Grand and Reserve. Is Gwen Klinger still here?
Okay, I'm really pleased with my final lineup for champion reserve in the Bantams. I did think there was a lot of quality birds in this show. You know, we had some condition issues, but overall, it was quality that I don't often see at fairs, and so I really do appreciate it. And I'm really pleased with my class winners. I guess we had one individual that went home, but that bird is still in consideration for placements. And so I'm going to go for reserve. I'm going with a bird that I think is very typical, a nice representative of the breed, sort of jumped out at me when they were in their class. And so my reserve champion is going to be this white Americana. And then for my champion Bantam, I am going to go with the Silky that was in the pullet class. She's not here. Because like I said, that was a breed I raised a lot and I showed a lot, and I know that standard probably better than my other standards of birds that I had. And I really do think that was a special bird. It would be one that I wouldn't mind if it showed up in the back of my car when I left. I do think it was a nice quality bird, and I think it's deserving of that award. So hopefully you guys will get that to her. But congratulations if you up here, and the two that didn't get the uh, in for reserve or grand. I do think those are nice quality birds, and you need to be commended on doing a job well done because I think they're nice representations of their breed. So let's give everybody a round of applause.
Gwen Klinger is still on the
Okay,
table.
so
She's she was considered. Gwen Klinger is
okay, so okay. So this is fancy. What is that? What's the class that was just said? Fancy bantam or bantam? Okay. Okay. Overall bantam. Okay. Yes. Okay. So your reserve champion for the overall bantam class is Nels Van Gundy.
Reserve.
Right here. Right here. He's got it. And then the grand champion for the bantam class is Gwen Klinger. There are winners picked already? No, no, no. I'm just announcing the. Is there anyone from the Rabbits and Roosters 4-H Club that would like to present the champion standard breed class, or is there's anyone from, or is Lloyd or Cheryl Haggerty here to present the champion large standard breed plaque? Yeah, large standard breed.
Can we announce Heritage Turkey? Well, there's only for kids and yeah, it'll be fine.
Sorry, what?
Heritage turkeys can report to their cage. Heritage turkeys, report to your cage.
Heritage turkeys, can you report to your cage, please? Okay. And now we have the winners for the large standard breed, overall large standard breed. Your reserve champion is Cecilia Hupp. Which one is reserve? That one is reserve. And the champion large standard breed is Finn Van Gundy.
Fancy ducks to the right hand side. Fancy ducks.
Can we please have fancy ducks to the right hand side of the ring? Fancy ducks, please.
For ducks
Can we please have production pullets on the left side of the ring, the show ring, please? Production pullets. Would anyone from the, Would anyone from the Hiram Masonic Lodge number 18 like to present their plaque for the Heritage Turkey, or anyone from Modern Woodman Amanda Mowry financial representative? Amanda Mowry, present the plaque for Heritage Turkey. Can Evan Borge please come to the ring, please? With your duck. All right, this is your placings for the Heritage Turkey class. In 5th place is Wyatt Shaw. In 4th place is Riley Shaw. 3rd place is Cassie Rice. 2nd place is Riley Shaw, and in your 1st place is Wyatt Shaw.
It looks like it's the same serve on that one.
Okay. Would anyone from the Higher Masonic Lodge number 18 like to come and present the plaque for the champion Fancy Duck? Or anyone from Northwest Building Resources Incorporated like to present the reserve champion Fancy Duck plaque? You may come to the announcement table now, if so. Can all 3 Wecker boys please bring their production pullets to the show ring? Left side of the show ring, please. All 3 Wecker boys.
All right. All right. A nice class of fancy ducks. My winner of the class is going to be the runner at the far end. I just, think he's a very nice representative of the breed. The runner ducks are the leghorns of the duck world. They're your most egg producing breed there is, and it always sort of astonishes me that for that purpose, but this breed is a very upright breed, and he's very proper when he's uh, standing there in posture for them. They're supposed to have that angled head and very upright to where the tail is almost touching the ground. And I think he's just very nice representative of what that silhouette's supposed to look like. And then all these other ducks, I really didn't find anything wrong with any of them. I mean, I'll admit I don't know a lot about the Saxony ducks, but I do know they're supposed to be a big body bird, and I think these are representative of that. The rowan, a lot of times at fairs, rowans I see look like mallards, and that's supposed to be a really deep body bird. She's still a little light compared to some of the show rowans that I've seen out there, but what I see at fair, I think is a very nice representative. And then as far as these runners here at the end, I think age is what hurt them. Looks like they're starting to get that proper posture, but I think compared to some of these older birds, they're just not quite there yet. And I'd be anxious to see what they look like maybe next year because I do think they're nice, fun, and light runners, and it's just they need to get that posture a little bit better. So, all right, let's give everybody a round of applause.
All right, your placings for the fancy ducks. In fifth place is Evan Gores. Fourth place is Kiana Draper. Third place is also Kiana Draper. Second place is Megan Moore. And your first place is Evan Gores.
What's the next category?
Okay, meat ducks are next over here on the right hand side. If all the fancy ducks, go ahead and grab your ducks and take them back. Meat ducks, if you could line up out here, that'd be great. Okay, meat ducks. Do you have any meat ducks?
Okay, so join your hands and congratulate all of our poultry production birds out here right now. Some of you older people like me, I'm only 78, remember Mr. Whipple when he squeezed the Charmin. Basically, what I'm doing is the same thing because the production birds that are going to probably lay the most eggs, the proper perspective is going to have a larger body. I know that there are 6 different sizes of eggs. There's extra jumbo, which you don't find too many in the store. Those are 30 ounces. And then you got the extra large, which is 27. And then you got the large, which is 24, which most birds lay. Then you got the medium and the small. And then, of course, we don't sell the peewee. So what I had to do was look at these birds with the potential of what they might do. And the way I did that, I checked 5 things real quickly. The length of that body on the bottom, the length of the body on the top, the depth of that body, and the bird that had the most width front and back. So that's why I put my hand on the back. If you can compare it to shoe boxes, that's kind of what we was looking at. You do not want a egg producing bird that has a triangular shaped body because it will not hold as many eggs. Average chicken lays probably about 280 eggs a year. Um, Second question is, okay, well, what kind of eggs are the best? It's the craziest argument I ever heard of. There's no such thing as a certain eggshell color for a better egg because all eggs start out white, and then your ones with the red earlobes put a layer of the brown eggs on them, etc. So the inside of the egg is the same in every one of them. The difference is what you put in the mouth. The reason I can prove that is when I taught ag for 30 years, about 20 of those years we went to Purina Research Farm, and they had a plate sitting out the last tour stop of red yolk eggs, yellow yolk eggs, and green yolk eggs to prove a point. And the point is, whatever the animal is, whatever you feed it, that's what it's going to produce on the eggs. So I had to pick the birds, and here's what I'm aware of. Certain birds have a smaller body for their size, but I also have to take a look at the one that has the best shoebox body and width and depth. So that's what I use for the placing. And based upon that, here are the results. But again, these are future potential. It's kind of like a 5-star and a 4-star running back coming to Ohio State to play football. You think it really has potential, but you're not sure, but you think it does. So that's what I looked at. I looked at length, width, depth of body, and also you got to take in consideration breed. So with that, here are the final results. Thank you.
Okay, and your places for the production pullet class in 5th place is Jacob Rieslet. In 4th place is Nels Van Gundy. 3rd place is Zach Wecker. 2nd place is Evan Barson. And your 1st place is Finn Van Gundy.
Okay, we can start clearing out the.
Can we please have Kate and Shannon for me? Just kidding.
So I have last call for the good egg competition. We're going to give that award out very shortly. So if you have any last nominees for the good egg, please bring them up within the next couple of minutes.
Does anyone from the Northwest Building Resources Incorporated Company or Champion Feeds Pet Supply want to come present the plaques for Reserve Champion or Champion Production Meat Ducks? Can we please have the production hens into the left side of the show ring, please? Production hens. Can the Wecker boys come over with their production hens, please? Weckers.
Okay, before they announce the placements, tell you a little bit about what I look for in market ducks. You know, this is a meat class, so we're trying to find the bird that will provide me the most lean muscle mass. Now, ducks compared to turkeys and chickens are a little bit different. If you think about it, Mother Nature in her wisdom, you know, developed ducks to float on water. So in chickens and turkeys, we often say we like to see a nice broad front heart-shaped breast on those birds that goes down to a point. Well, if you think about it, if you were developed and you were to spend your life floating on water, that's probably not the best design for it. So in ducks, they're more of a rectangular breast. and that's to help in buoyancy. So what I look for is I still look for the same thing as I do with chickens and turkeys, look for the amount of muscling, but it's just shaped different. And one of the things I've learned over the years is, the breast on birds has two muscles. It has your major breast muscle, but there's also a little muscle that runs along the keel bones. And in the grocery store in chickens, you'll see those as the chicken tenders, okay? Well, the ducks have them as well. And so in my mind, if that breast muscle and that chicken tender on the ducks are large, the keel bones are less prominent. So one of the things I do when I'm judging these birds is I feel how prominent that keel bone is. If it's very prominent, to me that tells me there's less muscling there. If there's very little keel that I can tell and it's kind of smooth, that tells me there's more developed muscle. I do think all these ducks are exceptional ducks. I think they're all. I asked to see if they were the same age, and the young man helping me didn't know, but they all feel about the same age. And wherever they got these ducks, if the Fairboard bought them, that's a really nice hatchery because these are some of the nicest market ducks I've seen all summer. And I'm sure if Larry was judging them, he'd probably have them all mixed up because I do think they're fairly close, all of them. So whatever you're doing, keep it up because there's not one duck in here that I didn't consider in contention. I just think there's some ducks here that are giving me a little bit more. But all these birds out here told me you guys know how to raise a market duck. So keep up the good work. Let's give them a round of applause.
Now we have the placings for the meat production ducks. In fifth place is Elijah Dowtry. Dowtry. Fourth place is Mackenzie Sapp. Third place is Alexis Dowtry. Second place is Mackenzie Sapp. And first place is Abby Sapp. Our other judge from today is Dr. Rick Bocani from Columbus, Ohio. Rick has his bachelor's, master's, and PhD in poultry science from the Ohio State University. While at OSU, he participated and then coached the OSU poultry judging team for many years. Professionally, he is the senior microbiologist overseeing outbreak surveillance and detection for the Ohio Department of Health Laboratory. Rick has been judging junior fair poultry shows for over 30 years. Can we please have a round of applause for our judge? A round of applause for our judge. Can we please have the egg production ducks in the right side of the show ring, please? At the far end of the right side. Egg production ducks.
need to announce the.
Okay. Does anybody from the Rabbits and S'mores 4-H Club want, or the Delaware County Farm Bureau want to come up and present their plaques for the?
Because I didn't even think about talking left. It's like, oh, you bring in the top 4 winners, right, from the Bantams. And I told him, I was like, they left. But do you remember that bird? He was just like, yeah, I remember that bird. I was like, yeah, so bring that bird into it. But I knew he liked that bird. I knew he remembered that bird good. He awarded it without you being here. So. I won without being here. He remembered that bird. You guys is a solid standard, right, for that bird. So, congratulations.
Maddie, he never got a Grand Pukin, so.
There you go. I'll just keep getting pocket plants of vinegar stuff.
I don't care. Honestly, that's a great show. You know what I mean?
Everyone
Just have his personality.
Everyone seems real happy.
Oh, yeah. And then the extra pictures he's taking.
Yeah.
And then the other judge also, really
They're fantastic.
communicating.
Everyone like the market. He's marketing my guys. That guy, I think I have some ways to become more efficient.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Well, it would have been better because we're supposed to do weight classes, right? So there would have been like,
On a normal year, it would have.
there would have been 3 17-bird weight classes.
He could have gone through them quicker.
With 17 birds.
Instead of doing
17
50 at a time.
Yeah.
Your mind struggles with picking the best.
Okay, in these egg production ducks, I was glad to see it because we don't often see these, this class in fairs. I was real pleased to examine these, and I don't know if you heard Larry's description when he was talking about his production pullet class, but it's the same principles with ducks. And I don't know if he feels the same way, but to me, these production classes are some of the more difficult ones to judge. The reason being is that we're looking for the same thing in that we want that big box because that means they're going to lay a lot of eggs. But what makes it difficult is that you have different breeds here. In this duck class, we have 3 different breeds. The best Pekin duck egg layer may not lay, may only lay half of what a good runner will lay. So it's trying to predict that breed factor in them. And do I think it's above average for its particular breed, below average, or just average? And that is what makes it in. So my winner's gonna be this duck here closest to me. I just think she's got that bigger box, and I do think she'll lay a fair amount. Pekin's going to be in reserve because for Pekin, I do think she's got some volume to her, and I do think she'll lay some nice. And on these Khaki Campbells, the one that came in fourth has really short keel bone on it compared to the one ahead of it. And I think they're probably not going to be as good of producers as you would hope. But we'll see. They seem a little bit younger compared to some of the others. So, with maturity, that may change. But we have to judge what we see on the day. But I enjoyed this class. I don't often see it, and I appreciate you guys bringing those to me today. So let's give everybody a round of applause.
Okay. Does anyone from the Hiram Masonic Lodge number 18 or the VFW Reed Miller Post number 3297 want to come present the plaques? Okay, so now we're going to do the placings for the egg production ducks. In 4th place is Autumn Wampler. And also 3rd place, Second place is Abby Sapp. And first place is Andrew Moore.
Hey, let's give a nice round of applause for a real nice production hands on this. Applause. The crowd is thinning out, but the enthusiasm is. I've actually been on the National FFA Poultry Committee since 1983. The one thing that I do is look at live birds. And what we do and what you should do, if you have egg producing birds, you want to know which ones to call, which ones to keep. If you have certain types of breeds, you can look at their legs and look at the pigmentation loss. If you have the Mediterranean breeds, some of those that have the white earlobes, that's fine. You look at the color of the legs. After they laid 50 eggs, that ear ring, vent, eye ring, earlobe, and beak is going to bleach out. The back of the legs, the scales are thinner. The front of the legs are thicker. So when the back of the legs start to bleach out, you know that they've laid 100 eggs. When the front of the legs start bleaching out, they've laid 150 eggs. And finally, when they're entirely bleached out and close to full production, it is about 200 plus eggs of the 280 for the year. However, I had to throw that out because I could not compare that to this class. I went to my secondary feature, and that is abdominal capacity. If you pick up a chicken that is northbound and look at the back end, there are two bones back there, two up at the top, the keel bone, and the pubic bone on top and the keel bone on the bottom. What I did is I put my hand up there, and the one that had the most width, top to bottom, was the first number. The one that had the most width between the bones is the second number. Secondly, I looked at how those bones were pointed out. If you take a pencil and give me the point of it, that means it's a good laying bird. If you give me the eraser end of it, that means there's a blunt egg there or a blunt part of the bone. That's not a good laying bird. Finally, if you look at the rear end of the vent, you want a pink, moist, oval vent, not a dry, yellow, round one. So I always tell when I coach kids for poultry judging, they give all reasons, your best birds is going to have a pink, moist, oval vent. I said, here's how you practice. Walk up to a mirror and act like you're kissing it and look real close what your lips look like. That's what the rear of that chicken should look like. Very same thing. Kind of a gross statement, but you'll never forget it. So what I did is I evaluated each of these birds down through here, and the ones that had the larger numbers are on top, and the ones that had the smaller capacity is on the bottom. The other thing is those pubic bones, as they start laying eggs, they start becoming straight out. If they start constricting and curving in, they're probably not as good a laying hen as you want. So based upon that, here are the results. But I thought we had a pair to start with. It was really a good pair. And we had a middle pair that was really good, but I had to go back and handle them the second time. But I did have to open up the vent and see whether it's pink and moist. And I imagined what my lips look like kissing a mirror, which I don't do, by the way, and looked at chicken's butt, or excuse me, chicken's vent. Can't say, you're not allowed to say butt. You have to say vent. And that's what I was looking for. So based upon that, here are the results.
Okay, so for the production hen class, your fifth place is Weston Manning. Your fourth place is Brandon Lewis. Third place is Molly Jones. Second place is Jonah Van Gundy. And first place is Jack Van Gundy. Can we please have the top two birds from the production chicken classes to the left side of the show ring, please? And that would be Abby Sapp, Mackenzie Sapp, Jack Van Gundy, and Jonah Van Gundy.
A red Chevy truck with a license plate.
Okay, okay. In the back.
They are right behind the barn.
Okay.
Poultry barn. Do you have that?
If you have a red Chevy truck, a silver Honda, or a white Ford Ranger in the back, right here by the back of the barn, will you please move that immediately? That's a red Chevy truck, a silver Honda, and a white Ford Ranger. Please move your car.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and announce the Good Egg Award winner this year. We started this last year and we've had the votes open all day. And after several votes, the winner this year is Jessie Rice. Many of the comments were because she helped clean the barn, other people's stuff. While wearing a boot, she helped carry tables, helped people with their chickens, and really just helping all around with anybody that needed help today. So if we could give her a little applause, that'd be great.
Wait. We can't do ducks.
Our paper says chicken. What? Our paper says chicken. The black doesn't. Our paper says chicken.
Uh, can Abby Sepp, Mackenzie Sepp, Jack Van Gundy, and Jonah Van Gundy all please be in the left side of the show ring with your production birds?
I can go ask him.
Normally it's pullets and hens for egg production with chickens, and then they may have a separate category for ducks, but I don't know if they do or not. Apparently they do, but they don't.
Try ask the Van Gundys if they have an extra chicken up there. What? Should we ask the Van Gundys if they have an extra chicken up there?
Brian, if you can let me know as soon as they're done, we'll pull 5. I think they're almost done. I want to say that it'll be done in the morning. I'm going to see those. Right now? Yeah.
She was helping take down cases, so she's trying there.
Okay, so we need Jack Van Gundy, Jonah Van Gundy, Finn Van Gundy, and then Evan Barson with 2835. That's the band number. That should be our production poultry winners, or for the Grand and Reserve.
Larry, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Well, be there, be square.
Last call for Evan Barson. Evan Barson, please. And your winners for the production poultry class are second or reserve champion is Jonah Van Gundy, and your champion is Jack Van Gundy. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, just so you know what we look for, if you're acquainted with football and you get a 5-star recruit coming in that could be a pretty good running back, that's great. But if you've got a running back that's already run 1,000 yards this year and last year, and you know what he can do, so he's already proven himself. So the hens took the advantage on this class because we know they can do it. The pullets, we think they might do it. So based upon that, and we'll get your picture.
You want me to do something over here?